Happy Tuesday, everybody. Notice I had to say happy as give my time and myself time to remember what day of the week it is. So happy Tuesday, everybody. Good to see you. And the word was Periscope. How many of you remember Periscope out there? Yeah. Well, Periscope was a social media source. You connected with everybody. So that's what I was talking about a few minutes ago. Well, excited to have you on board. And basically what I was saying was at the beginning of December, everybody is in the zone, right? I don't know if it's the presents they hadn't bought or all the things they got to do before Christmas, but everybody's kind of in this very stern, very serious mindset right now. I can see it every year at this time. So we're going to spend just give me 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes where you just kind of go, all right, I'm with family. I can smile. So big waves out there. Good to see you this morning. So today might be a great time to talk about this. Stringing wins together. Okay. Got a question for you. Have you ever been caught in a rut? I want to go ahead and preface this. This is so much for me because I go in a rut. I go off in a rut almost every month of my life in the profession I'm in. I'm just being honest. I'm being vulnerable. Whether it's self-development, whether it's recruiting, whether it's working with the team, it's managing, it's dealing with the company, it's dealing with the executives, it's dealing with a new country we're opening. And what happens is I find myself, I go, and I go in a rut sometimes. And stringing wins together is super important for me. And here's what's so cool about this morning. I shared this with Myra Miles yesterday. We went into the night, we started studying, and I have a good friend in the industry. His name's Justin Prince. He lives in Utah, and Justin Prince created a video years ago, couple of years back, about stringing wins together. And I have used this video over and over and over again for my own psychology. Guess what video Myra found today and sent to me? Said, we're going to use this video. Justin Prince. Justin's a great guy, great man, a lot of wisdom. And he's built a huge business in our industry. But he too deals in going in a rut, right? Getting in a funk. Well, it's okay. But you got to recognize it, and then you got to string little wins together to get out of it. So I want to share this video that me and Myra both came up with.
I was about to quit. I was about to give up. I was in a funk. I couldn't sell anything. I was stressed out. And so what did I do? Two things I want to encourage you to do. Have you ever been in a funk in your business, like a funk in your career? You're just like, man, I'm stuck. How do you get out of that? How do you break free out of that? Let me share with you a strategy that will work every single time. It's this: string wins together. Momentum is the secret to business. There's negative momentum. You typically don't just fall off a cliff. One day you're crushing it and this next day you're terrible. You typically spiral out of control. You've heard that term, right? The same thing's true for positive momentum. You have to start building some positive momentum as well. So remember years ago, I was actually doing door-to-door sales, as a young in my career. And I just remember I couldn't sell anything to anybody. I felt like I couldn't give my stuff away. I started complaining more, having a worse attitude. I was so frustrated. I was knocking on doors. People were mean to me. And I was about to quit. I was about to give up. I was in a funk. I couldn't sell anything. I was stressed out. So what did I do? Two things I want to encourage you to do. Number one is focus on your attitude. So here's the question: what can I control? I could control my attitude. I could control the way I was showing up. I remember thinking, I'm going to show up with passion. I'm going to show up with enthusiasm. I'm going to bring the joy, as Brendan Burchard talked about. But the point is, if you showed up with passion or enthusiasm right now, okay, I'm going to show up with my next meeting. I'm going to show up with my kids. I'm going to show up with my spouse. I'm going to show up with my employees. I'm going to show up with my team, with passion, with enthusiasm. Like you like kind of, okay, whew, to step it out. Man, you can string that win together, start creating some positive momentum. Second thing I want you to do is a physical action. So like what I did back in the day is like I started walking with some more zest. Like I was like more purpose in my steps. You know, I know it sounds so stupid, but literally like motion creates emotion. Like it changes your emotion. Started walking with more steps. So I show up to the door, passion, enthusiasm. I could control that. I would walk from door to door to door with some energy and some strength. So right now, what is the next physical thing you can do? The next physical action you can take to change your emotional state, to break out of this funk, to start creating some positive momentum, some upward trajectory. Stop feeling bad for yourself. Stop whining. Stop complaining. Stop blaming. Take action. Take control by controlling the things you can control, by stringing wins together. What's the next emotional thing you can control? What's the next physical action you can take to break out of your funk?
Yeah, it's all about just making a change, having some enthusiasm, right? And recognizing it's okay to get into a funk. You know what? Type A personality people do not like to get into a funk. They do not like to get into a rut. It makes them feel inferior. It makes a type A personality person feel like they're losing. But you know, really what's happening is you're living life. Like it's just part of life, dang it. We're not perfect. There's only been one perfect person in this world, and it's not you. It's not me. But here's what I can tell you. By stringing little wins together, is it your health this morning? Have you fell off the wagon? Have you ate Cheetos and Twinkies and some Twix? Have you snuck in there and had that second glass of beer that you said you wasn't going to have? I don't know what it is. But here's what I'll tell you. If you want to change, you just got to accept the change, right? You got to accept the rut you're in, and you got to jump back on. But when you jump back on, you got to think positive. You got to get back out. Like you got to get up like freaking Rocky Balboa and say, I'm going to fight my way back by stringing little wins together. That little win might be a 10-minute walk. That little win might be just getting on the ground, doing a couple of push-ups. Like, I don't know what it is for you. Or maybe it's your business. Maybe it's your profession. Do something today in your profession and just shout it to the rooftops. I won. Maybe it's reaching out to one person going, you know what? I want you to partner with me. I want you to try this product we've got. And I want you to experience it with me. I don't know what it is, but I know this. It doesn't matter if you're in coaching, if you're in teaching, if you're in business, if you're working on your personal health, if you're working on a personal relationship, if you're somewhere you don't want to be, we've got to recognize it. We got to get back up like Rocky Balboa and go, you know what? With enthusiasm, with accepting it, I'm going to start swinging little wins together. So that's my little 2 cents to stringing wins together. And I love the video. Justin is a good friend of mine, and he's a phenomenal person. And he too has to deal with it all the time. And I believe if you're thriving in life, if you're really going after something, you better get ready, because you're going to have this hit you a lot. And when it hits you, I think about Coach Myra Miles. I mean, she operates at a major level that most people never get a chance to be there. But she's there. And she too has to work on stringing things together. And she too has to work on falling in a rut and having to jump back out of it. So I'm going to turn it to her. Coach?
Hey guys, Brent has said it all, and it's kind of funny. I had sent Ant the video this morning, and then I sent it to Brent, and he was like, I just sent the same one. So I think that it was a reason for all that. But anyway, I think it was really great. The video is outstanding. I appreciate everything that Brent said. I don't think I can add anything to it. It's just we got to keep battling when we get in a rut. We just got to keep on keeping on. And that's what I got for you today. Just keep on.
Keep moving. 1 foot in front of the next, 1 foot in front of the next. Guys, we love you. We appreciate you. And I promise you, at some point, if it's not now, at some point, you'll go back to thinking about stringing wins together, one step at a time. Love you guys. Have a great day. See you back tomorrow.
Yeah, I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you guys. That was
much.
great.
Yeah.